Hey Survivor and Scrappy Mania, and today I'm going to create another album. Now the papers that I'm going to be using is just a little bit of this paper that I have, and this is from K & Company, and it's Studio K, and I think it's the Heritage paper pad. So it's a long time ago that I bought this paper pad. And then this one's another one that I bought some time ago, and it's the Once Upon a Time stack. And I'm going to be using this. So here's some of the papers in this paper stack. Now I've used some of it, but not a lot. So that's why I want to use it up. So I'm just showing you the paper, the artwork in this paper pad. It's very nice. It's just sometimes you have to be a little creative with your layout so that way you don't cover up the artwork. But I really like this paper. Okay, and the paper that I'm going to be using is I'm using this one for the layout, and I'm using this one for the layout, and I think that's pretty much it. Nothing else from this paper pad. And then I'm just using a regular 12 by 12 for the base, and this one, it's just kind of a nice little color for my 12 by 12, as you can see, for the base. Now there's some stamps that I'm going to be using. This is the new Amy Tangerine stamp, and I believe this is from the Yes Please collection, so I'm going to be using this one. And then these are some other stamps. So I used some of these stamps, and I used the balloon and some of the sentiments in this stamp. And I'm not sure what this one is from. I just got it. It was on sale at Michael's, so I purchased that one. And then this one is another one that I purchased at Michael's that was on sale. And then these, I'm going to be using some of these also, some of these stamps. They were also on sale some time ago at Michael's. And then this is another Amy Tangerine stamp, and this is like 2 years ago that I purchased this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Like usual, I create all my embellishments ahead of time, and then I put it together. So one of the first thing I did is I cut all my pictures to size. So that one is 3.5 by 3.5, and then I mounted it. I taped them together, and then I mounted it on a piece of 7 by 7.5 paper. And then the letters, that letter is a technique that I show you how you can just hand draw your own letters and then use embossing powders. And that's what I did. And then I'm just putting a little bit of this gold paint that I watered down with some glaze medium and just plain water. And it has a similar look as the Heidi Swapp Color Shine. So there, you see it there, and I'm just inking the edges. So this is the layout that I'm going to use. It has a total of 7 pictures, and I'm going to start building my page. Now this strip of paper, it was not on the original layout, but I just decided to put it on. And then later on, I'm going to go ahead and sew that in place. But now I'm just building up my kind of faux Polaroid pictures. Those pictures are 3 by 3, and then I cut the Polaroid 4 by 3.5, and that's what I'm placing there. As you can see, it kind of looks like they're Polaroid, and they're really not, but it looks good. And then I also stamped some saying at the bottom of each Polaroid. So now I'm just going to mount my 3.5 by 3.5 pictures. And this is typically what I do. I kind of tape everything together, all the pictures together, and then I place it on the mat. So now I'm just placing that strip because I felt like it needed something on that paper, base paper. And as you can see, that I'm building that piece right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and tape my 12 by 12 because in the sketch, part of the first page, it kind of goes over to the second page. So the best way to do is to tape both of your 12 by 12, and then you start building the page with it taped. And then at the end, you just cut everything off. You cut it off, and you'll see at the end what I do. Now, you have to be very careful not to really put stuff on the seam or at the edge of your 12 by 12 that you might cut off. So as you can see, when I'm laying my Polaroid, I'm always conscious to where the seam line is, so that way I make sure I don't cut any important parts from my pictures off. So now I'm going to place my Polaroid, making sure that I don't go over that seam line. And then the middle Polaroid, I put some foam adhesive just to pop it up a little bit on the page. Now I'm ready to kind of start forming that cluster. And on the original sketch, it had a film embellishment. So I had this film embellishment that's actually a stamp from Fisker, and it's the one that's that roller stamp that you can find at Michael's, and it's pretty inexpensive. It's about $4 or $5. With the coupon, it comes a lot. It's a lot cheaper than that. So that's what I'm going to use to lay my base, to ground all the other embellishments that I'm going to place in that corner, on that corner. And then I went ahead and stamped a heart, and I just placed that heart on top of the camera. And now I'm using some banners, and this is from Unity Stamp, and you get a set of 4 banners, and they have saying like memories, happy days, these are the moments, things like that. So I'm going to cut those out, and I'm going to place those around my page, as you can see there. Now some of the I forgot to turn on the camera on, and that's why you didn't see the whole layout process, but I think you're able to see kind of most of what I did for this page. So here I'm building up the cluster. I put some foam adhesive on my balloon there, and then I'm just placing a lot of cameras. I have a bunch of different stamps, camera stamps, and that's what I'm placing throughout the page, because in the inspiration page, the layout, all the cluster had at least 2 or 3 cameras within that cluster, and I really like that look. And I'm just placing my banners too. So remember, I cut 3 banners from that Unity stamp, and I'm placing them around both of my layouts. So now I'm just placing my title, and it's going to say Tai Chi Master, because my brother likes to do Tai Chi. It's a form of exercise that is supposed to be relaxing. So I kind of tease him and say he's a Tai Chi master. And then there's that title, Master. I hand wrote that title, and then I use embossing powder to kind of give it some sturdiness. So I'm done with the page. Now I'm ready to cut it in half. I started cutting it with my my blade, but I decided just to take a pair of scissors and just cut along the seams, and that worked a lot better. So here's a close-up look at the finished page. And as you can see, I have a lot of balloons, some more cameras in my banners, a lot of different cameras throughout the page. And I hope you like this layout, and thank you for watching. Bye now.